Okay guys, so today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at the bag a little bit, okay? And all I've done is I've got a punch bag and I've laid it on the floor. If you haven't got a punch bag, just get creative with some pillowcases, okay? Or if you find an old gi that you've got, stuff it with pillowcases, tie it up with a belt, and you can use that just as well for ground and pound drills, okay? Another little thing I've done is I've wrapped my wrists, okay, with wrist wraps, and I've put MMA gloves on, but you can use any boxing glove to do this exercise. Or you can use bare knuckles, but you just got to be mindful and be careful. Make sure you've got plenty of cushion to punch, and then you won't have any issues. So I'm going to talk you through some drills to do on the bag. When you're training. I'm just going to adjust the camera so that you guys can get a proper view of what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to show you some drills that we can do to get a good workout in. I'm going to set the timer, and then we're going to get a good workout. Okay. The topic today is called ground and pound. Okay, ground and pound was made famous in the UFC, and all it is, it's the use of strikes whilst you're on the floor grappling. Okay, we talk about striking a lot from the feet, but striking also plays a massive role in mixed martial arts when you're on the ground as well. So I'm going to just show you some real basic ways to attack. Most of you, because you're all jiu-jitsu players anyway, know the basic pins. And we're going to look at striking from them pins today and get a good workout out of it. But to start, we're not going to be doing any striking. I'm just going to show you how you can use the bag just to get some movement drills going, okay? So, I'm going to set the timer. And I'm going to work for 5 minutes. You're going to work with me and we're going to do some drills. The first drill, okay? I'm going to put one hand on the bag and one hand on the floor, okay? And I'm going to circle towards the hand that's on the bag, okay, so here, okay? Then I'm going to switch, I'm going to put that hand on the floor, my other hand on the bag, and I'm going to spin the other way, okay? This is a guard passing drill. Whenever we're passing the guard, I want to try and create an angle, okay, so I can attack the guard effectively. This gives me a good angle to attack, and it gets a reaction out of my partner on the bottom. So I'll go one, you can go flat palm, or you can go knuckles, here. Switching my hands every time. Stand up, come back. Good. Okay, so that's drill number one. Good work. Right, so now we're going to move on to another drill. All I'm doing is I'm bending my legs, I'm going to step around the guard and go knee on belly. So again, I'm stepping past the bag with my leg and I'm going to drop into knee on belly. So I can start here, hands on the bag and pass. You can switch sides. I can only go one side because I've got a bad knee on the other side, so I'm going to stick to one side. So, okay, good. So now, what we're going to do is a stepping drill. So I'm going to step and then come back. Step and come back. Stepping past the legs, coming around. always step in deep. Coming around the legs. Good. So now we're going to mix it up between them 3 drills. And relax, good work. That's our warm up done. Get some stretches in. Just a few basic stretches, nothing too crazy. It's a hot one today, guys. Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to set the round timer for 3-minute rounds, and we're going to do some ground and pound. Before though, I'm just going to show you some basics from the mount position. So when I'm in the mount, I've got a few different types of strikes, okay, or 3 main ones. My elbows come up, okay, and I throw both punches individually. So I can go straight punches, I can go hooking punches, and I can do hammer punches or monkey punches where I'm hammering with the bottom of my hand. Okay, that's from the mount position. I can do both at the same time with them. Straight, hooks, hammer strikes. Now, the same applies for knee on belly. Straight, hooks. Now, when I'm doing my hammer punches here, I can put my hand down and strike. Okay, so the first round's going to be mount and knee on belly. I want you to transition between the 2 positions. The way I'm doing that, hands on the floor, windscreen wipe my leg, knee on belly. Back to mount. Same thing the other side. Windscreen wipe, straight punches, hooks, monkey punch. Another strike we can do from the mount is the elbow, okay? When I elbow, I always modify my mount a little bit. So I bring one knee up slightly and I put my weight about 60-40 onto my left leg. Hand on the mat, and I'm throwing cross elbows here. Okay, sideways elbows. I can switch. I get more leverage when I step up to a knee. I can also strike from here with both knees on the ground, but you get more leverage when you adjust. So we're going to do a round for 3 minutes, and we're going to mix it up between them attack. Whoa, big B. We're going to mix it up between them attack. So let's have a little look. Okay, timer's on. In the mount, straight punch. Hooking. chunky punch. Straight. Hooks. Elbows. I like to put my hand on the face first and then drop into the elbow. Other side. Knee on belly. Elbow. Back to mount. Whole time I'm being heavy with my pin. And that's time. Good work. Have a minute. Set the time properly. Okay, so the next one, and we will come back to the dominating pins, but the next one we're going to pretend we're in the guard. Now in Jiu-Jitsu, we always want to try and pass the legs, generally speaking. So if I'm just pure grappling, I'm always trying to pass the legs, get to a dominant position, and then attack. Or go for leg locks, you know, sit back and go for leg locks if I can't pass. But we're going to look at striking from the closed guard. If I'm in someone's closed guard and strikes are involved, then I'm always going to use my strikes because they're very effective from the top position. You see it all the time in MMA, people getting absolutely dominated from inside, dominating people from inside their guards. A lot of wrestlers use it, they take them down, they stay inside the guard, and then they ground and pound them. The only difference is it's a longer reach, okay? I'm no longer over the top of my opponent's head, so I've got to reach a little bit longer. So the strikes we're going to do, we're going to adapt a certain stance. So I'm sort of sitting on my heels, okay? My elbows are in, and I like to put my hands together like a gable grip, and then my elbows control the hips. This is a really hard sort of position for anyone to sort of attack you from. When you're in this position inside someone's guard, it's hard for them to submit you, hard for them to, you know, throw effective submissions against your arms because your elbows are wide. Hard to attack your neck, it's no gi, and you know, you're sort of shrugging your shoulders as well, protecting your neck, chucking your chin. So this is the position I want you guys to adapt, and we're going to throw our shots from here, okay? Now, the way I'm going to throw an overhand right first. So I'm coming over the top, and I'm throwing it straight down. I'm looking to connect with my first knuckle, okay? So my hand's coming down, I'm sort of coming up with my posture. My arm's coming over the top, and I'm coming straight over the top of an overhand right, connecting with my big knuckle, okay? So I'm sort of getting this little bounce going, and I'm bringing down that hammer, okay? That's that one, okay? Another strike I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my arm over and I'm going to strike with the elbow. So I'm folding, I'm coming over the top, my elbow striking down. Okay, so it's a folding elbow. Okay, that's the next strike I want you guys to do. Another one is what we call a cross hook, okay? So I'm going to go, imagine I'm on the biceps this time. I'm going to lean my weight across and strike the jaw. Lean my weight to one side, strike the jaw. So I'm controlling the biceps this time. Lean my weight. Okay, so I'm sort of rocking, coming across. Now, another thing we're going to do is we can stand up inside the guard and straight punches. Okay, so imagine the legs around our waist, straight punches. Okay guys, so they're the ones we want to do. We're going to do a 3-minute round. Starting our overhand right. Bounce. Hooks. Elbows. Hopping up. Down. Jumping up. A lot of the time people try and control your wrists. Controlling my wrists, fold over the top. For that wrist control with the elbow. Time. Good work. Right. So far we've covered the mount, bit of knee on belly. So now we're going to look at more like side control, okay? So side control is a position when I'm here. This is sort of like a scarf position where one foot's out, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, other foot's at 9. Put this back so you can see me. So one foot out and I'm giving my weight to the bag, okay? I don't want my hip on the floor because then I'm not going to be heavy. So put my weight to the bag and I'm pinning with my ribs. From this position, obviously I've got my big overhand right, straight to the face, one of my main strikes, okay? So again, over the top, okay? Can also move my knee out the way and hit the side of the face as well. So I've got my overhand right, my side shots. Now, if knees to the head are allowed on the ground, in most cases they're not, I can control the head and throw the knee as well by scissoring my legs. Like I say, it's against the rules in most MMA circuits, but it never used to be. So again, throw knees to the head there, okay? Now I could switch and turn the other way, and everything else is very similar, except I just changed my strikes slightly. So I'm going to scissor my legs, bring my elbow to the mat. So I end up facing the opposite way in the same position. Again, I give my weight to the bag. So we're going to pretend that I'm facing the legs now, but I'm going to face the camera. So the legs are this way and the head's behind me, and I'm in a reverse sort of scarf hold position. Again, I've got my knee to the body this time. I've also got my hammer strike to the belly. Okay, I could have done that to the head as well. So you've got hammer strikes to the belly, knee to the belly. Okay, so these are the sort of strikes I like to do from scarf. And I've got my direct down puncher as well. Okay, so let's pretend I'm back on the head. We're going to transition now from scarf to side control. So to do that, scissor my legs, cross face the head, and I'm going to go up to my side control position. One arm on the outside, one arm around the head, another really good striking position, okay? When I'm striking from here, I like to bring my arm over the top, rest my hand on the face, and drop the elbow straight down from side control. Probably the best strike from side control in my opinion, the elbow from here. I can just hammer it down, or I can place my hand and then hammer it down, okay? Side control wise, that's the main strike I do. Again, I can switch back for my hammer strikes, monkey punch, knees. I can switch my base, do the same thing to the body, hammer strike, down punches, knees, switch back, side control, elbows. I can punch as well, but generally with elbows it allows me to stay tighter, keep my wedges in place so I don't lose the position. Okay guys, so we're going to do a round of that now. Switching our base from facing towards the head in scarf, and then reverse scarf facing towards the body, going to side control, dropping them elbows, and we're going to do a 3-minute round. So maximum effort this time, start upping the intensity. Away we go. So I'm going to start in scarf in my weight. My base, knees to the body. Hammer fist to the body. Knees. Direct punch. Switch my base. Transition. Elbow to the body. Head. Body. want to transition, pop up knee on belly, switch, here, side control, other side. Okay, so positions we looked at so far. Dominant position like the mount, knee on belly, inside the closed guard. We just looked at scarf, reverse and forward, and side control. So now we're going to pretend that our partner's turtled up on us, and my partner's on his or her hands and knees, okay? Now, whenever I'm approaching turtle, I want to give my weight to the person's hip that's closest to me, okay? I want to try and get my weight on that hip. I also want to get some kind of diagonal control on the body. So what I like to do is, if you imagine someone on their elbows like this, okay, and on their knees, and I'm on top of them, I'm going to control one corner with my hip to hip. So I'm going my left hip to their right. My hand is going to come underneath their arm and I'm going to control their wrist. And that gives me a corner to corner control. If I'm controlling the far corner, I'm going to have much better control. If they try to roll out or try to do something crazy, I'm going to keep a better establishment on the back. So this is where I want you guys to strike from. Now, let's imagine again, our partner's on their hands and knees with their elbows on the floor. Now, I can either strike over the top of their arm or underneath their armpit, coming up into the jaw, okay? So I want you to imagine when you're here, you're controlling that far wrist, you can move your hips back, you're striking underneath the armpits, over the top of the armpits. Okay guys, generally speaking in MMA you're not allowed to elbow or strike the back of the head, so we're going to avoid that. But obviously if the rules permit, I could strike to the back of the head as well, okay? But it's very dangerous to strike someone in the back of the head. Very dangerous indeed, the risk of death. Generally you want to try and strike the side of the face or the jaw. That's why I like coming underneath the arms, because I can strike the jaw very well coming up and down the side as well. Obviously always looking for an opportunity to take the back with hooks if they was to give me the space to do so and get the submission. Ground and pound is a good sort of method to try and open up submissions, okay? Utilising the strikes, making them think about the strikes, and then the neck becomes available. A lot easier to submit someone when strikes are involved, in my opinion. Okay guys, so again, hip to hip, control the other corner. This is the main strike we're doing, okay? And underneath. But I want you guys to practice moving from one side to the other as well. I'm moving my hips back, my hip weight on the back of the bag, my legs walking, and then I'm switching to the other side, cross gripping, and I'm here. So if for whatever reason they're doing a really good job covering up on this side, I'm walking my legs back, sprawling my hips on top of the back of their hips, and transitioning. So I want you to add that transition in, okay? Ready, go. rushing my strikes, I'm setting them up like I would in the feet. Another strike I've got from here that I forgot to mention, knee to the ribs, and the turtle. Come to the back. And relax. Have another little stretch, guys. Good, so final round now. We're gonna do another 3-minute round, and we're gonna shadow box all the different positions. So, sorry, we're gonna hit the bag in all different positions. So I'm gonna be transitioning from passing the guard to knee on belly, throwing my strikes, to mount, throwing my strikes, back to knee on belly, popping off to side control, sitting through to scarf hold, going from scarf hold maybe back to knee on belly, or from scarf hold to side control, then hop up to knee on belly, then I'm stuck inside the guard, throwing my strikes, then I might pass to side control, then they might turn on me and I'm striking from the turtle position. So this is how it would look when I'm mixing it up between all of them. Back in the guard now. Pass. Okay, turtle up. And so on and so forth. Okay, guys? Now you decide how hard you work. That's the beauty with this. As your fitness starts improving, you can start upping the intensity, getting more strikes in. But I can't sort of stress how important it is not just to throw strikes for the sake of it. You have to set your strikes up exactly the same way you do when you're on your feet. You're looking for the openings. When you see one, boom, you land your shot. I'm not just throwing haymakers, missing my punches and wasting my energy. I want to try and preserve my energy, pick my shots, land with power, precision, and don't waste any shots. That's the most important thing. I'm not wasting a shot, okay? Everything's done with precision, and also we're going to work on our flow of our transitions as well, so it's a good opportunity to do that. Again, it's very hot today, and in this room it's very hot for me. So I'm just going to do my best and try and get a good workout. This is going to be our last round, and I'm going to do a 3-minute round. And I want you guys to follow me best you can and work as hard as you can, okay? Right. Get ready. Let's go, last round. Mixing up everything now. Last 15. And relax. Good work, guys. Hope you enjoyed the session. Like I said, I recommend you wrap your wrists. If you're punching hard, you can wear MMA mitts or you can wear boxing gloves. If you're going to go bare knuckle, don't punch too hard. Very light, work on speed, precision. If you haven't got a punch bag, what you can do is go on YouTube and type in how to make a grappling dummy. And then just follow the instructions. You can make them out of pillows and an old gi. Or if you haven't got an old gi, make them out of pillowcases, okay? Stuff a pillowcase, perfect for the kids. It's a really good workout. and it gets you used to throwing them hands from a grounded position. And then if one day you do want to transition into MMA, you'll have some muscle memory down and some body mechanics down already, so that throwing them hands will feel a lot more natural to you. And if you're a jiu-jitsu player like most of my students are, your transitions and your pressure is going to be on point. When you mix up with strikes, it's deadly. Okay guys? So I hope you all enjoyed it. God bless, and I'll see you all soon.